Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the Darq Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. The now fourth entry in the Darq Pictures anthology after Man of Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes. I'm a little curious of what the hook will be in this one, because there's definitely a different theme in each of these games. Between each of them are very, very loosely connected by a thread that is kind of difficult to explain, but they're otherwise very standalone games, and you could play any of them on their own and it wouldn't be a big deal. But so this is the latest entry. This is from Supermassive Games. I always get them confused with Supergiant Games. Big surprise, right? It basically means the exact same thing. And these are also the people that made games like The Quarry, which came out very recently, as well as Until Dawn. Sorry, I had to really think, because they've made a lot of games, and they all fit into these narrative adventure games that normally have multiple endings, different mechanics across the games, and they all have very significant horror elements to them. And this is the latest rendition in their main line, which is the Darq Pictures anthology. You'll get a lot better idea if you don't know what these games are as we actually check out these trailers. We're going to go back to when this game was first announced in October of 2021, but we have some more trailers to get through, such as the story trailer, the new features trailer, the serial killer trailer, and the character introduction trailer. This game does release on November 18th, so it comes out very, very soon, but let's start taking a look at it. That was all scenes from the previous games.
You want to know what it means to be a killer? Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone. To see the fear in their eyes, to feel them pawing at you for release, to hear them pleading, begging. That's true art. That's what you have to be, an artist. I've left my mark on the world. Have you?
Okay. Season 1 finale. So this was the one we saw at the end of House of Ashes. Okay, because there's a trailer at the end of each game for the next entry in the anthology. So this kind of reminded me of kind of like Saw, right? Oh, I was like, I thought I hit play. I did. So this is the story trailer.
LONN Entertainment.
Charles Larnett, please.
Speaking.
My name is Grantham Dumet. I'm in a privileged position.
What do we know about this guy?
He's rich, he's a recluse, he's obsessed with H.H. Holmes. Totally sane, I'm sure.
Some of the rooms are full recreations from the murder castle.
Guys, is that you?
There's a ton of killer footage to be had here.
Killer footage.
At a preview. We need to do this today.
What the f is this?
Oh my god.
Are you shooting any of this? No one is gonna believe it without proof. Wait, no, no, no! What the?
Someone, please!
What happened?
What the?
Go!
What is it?
It's a fucking booby trap.
Okay.
I've told you what I have. Please don't waste my time.
So there's a fucking like...
Am I sending the car or not?
So there's a fucking rich dude who is really obsessed with essentially what sounds like a serial killer along the lines of Saw. That isn't a real person. It sounds like it's based on a work of fiction, but he copied something called the Murder House and built a real version of it, and then was like so obsessed he created a recreation, and then all right, damn, all right. So this is the new features trailer. H.H. Holmes was an American serial killer? Oh, okay. A real one? Late 1800s? All right. Do not know serial killer lore. History.
Where the hell are we?
It's never been something that I was personally very invested in.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
What the hell is that?
We're trapped.
What do we do? Is this a good idea?
I don't see any other options.
This has been weird every step of the way, and now it's getting scary.
This is beyond messed up.
Are the mechanics supposed to be what's been written on the walls and shit? I just realized. Yeah, so what does this say? Welcome to the murder castle. And then there was something written on the wall in the steps here. Where'd it go? Extended exploration mechanics.
This is beyond messed up. Jamie,
A character inventory.
check this out.
It's a puzzle. A riddle
New
of some
gameplay
sort.
challenges.
Tricks and traps. It's playing games.
That's not what I was expecting.
7+ hours of storyline.
Can't handle much more of this.
There's a lot of miles between eccentric and murderous. You okay?
Not even close.
Online shared
wants to
story.
choose,
What
doesn't
does
he?
that mean?
Oh my god. If we don't do something, both of them will die.
We have to choose.
Local multiplayer.
Get the fuck out any way you can.
They had online shared story in the other ones, but it tended to be buggy. Didn't House of Ashes have an online multiplayer function, but it did not work very well? Like, you joined one of your friends playing, and you could only do multiplayer in very specific sections, but otherwise it really wasn't like a multiplayer game in the way that you would really think of it. I would assume like the choices comparison, like Walking Dead. Oh, so kind of like in like Life is Strange, where you can see what other people chose. Well, in those games you can see what they chose after the fact, right? Whereas in like Persona, you can check what other people did essentially in the day whenever you want. So a lot of this game is done with QuickTime events. Okay.
Rolling.
Speed.
And
This is the serial killer trailer.
action.
What do we know about this guy?
He's rich, he's a recluse, he's obsessed with H.H. Holmes.
Some of the rooms are full recreations from the murder castle. Dumet has blueprints, documents, artifacts. When I said this would save the show, I was not exaggerating.
A man is entitled to his privacy.
He's cagey. I want to know what he's trying to hide.
Guys, somebody is in here with me.
Think about the killers we've covered. There's always a weakness.
You suggesting we invite him to tea and psychoanalyze?
I'm suggesting we use our heads.
I'm not playing detective, I just want to survive.
Playing detective is how we survive.
He's just gonna pick us off one by one, isn't he? This is exactly what he wants. He's making you choose which one of us dies.
Put me deeper than anyone else. And cover the ground with more cement, cause trust me. Being dead ain't enough to stop me from killing again.
Looks like a delightfully good time. I hope you have a good time playing this,
Athena.
Athena.
While I unpack, then I can help you find your room. Something about this place makes me want to use the buddy system.
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe the buddy system. All right, and then this is the character introduction trailer, which is the most recent trailer that we have. This trailer came out 9 days ago. This game launches on November 18th, so here in the next couple of days, we might see a launch trailer for it, but I don't have it available to me at this time. Rated M for mature? No way!
I told my team they're free this weekend, and frankly, they're a temperamental bunch.
It's amazing.
What we can get here can take the show to the next level.
Ah! Damn it!
How did he know what our show was about in the first place?
Actually, I didn't know.
You're shitting me.
We're trapped.
What do we do?
This place is massive. Surely there is a pack of cigarettes in here somewhere.
This is gonna be the best cigarette of your life.
Kate, despite our bickering, you are the heart of this show. You keep people interested.
You look amazing as usual.
This has been weird every step of the way, and now it's getting scary.
Would it kill you to think positively just once?
I'm not playing detective. I just want to survive.
Playing detective is how we survive. We play his games, we'll lose.
Always focusing on the detail, Mark. What about taking a huge risk and just do something?
Oh my god.
This place does give me the willies.
You watch too many horror movies.
Fine. Just don't come crying to me if you end up dead. Great.
I like how they haven't shown the guy's face. Like the actual owner of the house that set up everything and is killing people. They've been very, very specifically keeping his face hidden.
No.
Erin, we would be lost without you.
I've already had one asthma attack today, and this dust farm is exactly what I don't need.
Scream if you need me for anything.
Shit.
Get away from me!
We're fucked. He's just gonna pick us off one by one, isn't he?
It wouldn't be the first time Charles booked an expert who's nothing more than a serial killer groupie.
All that's missing is a big final twist.
And cut. It's a wrap.
These games also have multiple ways each character can fail too. Yeah, I was going to mention that as soon as we actually got done with checking out that trailer. Is that while that trailer did show off a lot of characters dying, one of the things about these games, for instance, like their most recent release is The Quarry. And I think The Quarry had a total of, what was the number, Athena? Do you remember? It was like 184, 162 different endings because of the different ways that characters can or cannot survive. Because a character might die in one scene, and then if you try a different path, that character can survive that scene. 186, thank you. But they'll die in a different scene later. There is normally a path that exists that will have everyone survive, but that is normally only a singular path. And if there is 186 paths, I don't know how many there are in The Devil in Me, I don't know if they've shared that information, that is a hard path to find. And as Athena mentioned, you might think that you have found the answer and then they will end up not making it like at the very end. There are across the games, like sometimes it can be one small teeny tiny decision that you made in the first hour of the game can end up meaning that one character dies 7 hours later at the end of the game. And that's why there's so many different possibilities, so many different paths, such a storyboard network that exists across these games. And it's interesting that they put that little note on there in the features trailer that it is 7+ hours of storyline, because while someone like me would play through these probably only once and just have to accept the story that I got, there are people like Athena that will play through it and find the multiple paths and try to find a journey that they wanted, right? Because the idea isn't that there is a true ending to these games, to these stories, or anything like that. It is you find the story that you want these characters to go through if you're willing to dig for it. They are all alternate possibilities, alternate realities, alternate ending. There is not a true path. Like I said, I need the happiest ending, but though sometimes you have to work for those. So these games are normally not super long, but if you want them to have replayability, there is a lot in there because there's a lot of decisions, a lot of actions, a lot of events that continuously change from one playthrough through the other. So, oh, you kicked the bottle off the ledge by mistake, you die 7 hours later by slipping on the fallen bottle. It's normally not like that. It's like, the door is closing. Do you grab the flashlight or the med kit? And you'll grab the flashlight, and then you realize 5 hours later, if you would have grabbed the med kit, you would have been able to kept this person from bleeding out. The flashlight will normally still have a use, but you would have found an alternate, means or path or something like that. It's normally not quite that silly, but there are long-term consequences for what can be smaller decisions. So that's The Devil in Me, the latest release from the Darq Pictures Anthology made by Supermassive Games. Which I guess means at the end of that we'll technically see a teaser of some sort for whatever the next one is going to be at the end of this one, if they maintain that consistency of having a trailer for the next game at the end of the current game. So who knows? Well, we'll get to see maybe something, but at least you'll have a good time playing in the murder house with Senior Serial Killer. So that's The Devil in Me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. Are you a fan of the Darq Pictures Anthology and the games that are produced out of Supermassive Games? Have you played the previous ones? And if so, where are you sitting on this one? If you are new to these games and this series and stuff like that, you technically could, without any issues, jump straight into this one. There is no need to go play the other ones. You can, if you want to. They're there, and they're often on sale. They go on sale a lot, so you could get them at pretty good deals if you wanted to, but you could absolutely jump into this one, and this one be its own experience. The other games that I mentioned, The Quarry and Until Dawn, those are not part of the Darq Pictures anthologies, but they do play very, very similarly. So just keep that in mind. If you ended up playing this one and wanting more, that is an option available to you. So let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.